Let's start by recording. So, since last time and this time, a few things have changed. The rest of the water's gone here. This has just been tidied up and completed. You might as well. I figured I might as well just do that at the end of last time and just get it out of the way. So that's, we don't have to revisit it. There's no lingering loose ends. Yeah, it's just the track for the blues coming in. Just through there. It's nothing dramatic. What Kondo, how you doing? Decided to put you on your laptop so you can watch Factorio while you play Factorio. See, that's multitasking right there. Hey Baru, how you doing? I think everything else is fully backed up here too now. By the looks of it. That is slightly concerning though. Balance there. I hope it'll be fine. They're all pretty evenly low. You only have one screen. You're making the best use of it. Put your Factorio game on there and then the stream on the other one. Nothing happened up there. A whole nuclear operation appeared. You didn't really. Admittedly, that's probably the biggest thing you missed out on. Also, I did some numbers, so I put the numbers down. Then we can actually remember them. There's 12 these assembly machines, 14 greens. What was it? 28 blues, and this is by 8, so to match the wagons. And we'll get to that shortly. And I need to do the rest for the rest. Pulled a stack of blueprint you found. Offload iron plate and copper plate. To the big stouter. Ah, nice. Nuclear has probably seen the biggest change. So I moved the build down to here. It's basically the same thing. There's admittedly not really much to talk about with it. Ore comes in, just like it did at the mine previously, gets processed, goes through fuel reprocessing first. So fuel reprocessing has priority, that way they actually get reprocessed. You can see there's quite a few fuel cans coming through. Then it goes through a bunch of these banks for Richard Convorex enrichment. It's basically the same as what I had before, only it's arranged slightly differently. I just wanted to minimize beacons. Yeah, so it goes through each stage, priority in, priority out, priority in, priority out, priority in, priority out. And then goes off to make new fuels. I even added a little thing that way if I run out of fuel. There's a little siren. And then there's a branch off here for sending it back to make everything eventually. And there's even an iron plate train. It's got all the luxuries. That's about it. That's what we're up to. So, oh yeah, and there's also this. So I was looking at the numbers for rocket fuel. For a full beacon, it needs 18 assembly machines. For a 8 beacon, it needs 26 assembly machines, and also more importantly 76 pipes, whereas this needs only 18 plus 36, well 34 if you cut off the end ones. So quite a lot less, which means that the significant reduction in pipe works is in its advantage, as well as just less assembly machines overall, which seems to really benefit from long craft times on full beacon builds. That was a mouthful. So yeah, having a full beacon on Sunday crafts for 30 seconds seems to really help it compared to something that's really short. Short craft times seem to benefit more from what we've learned from short craft times benefit from the 8.8, whereas the long craft times prefer these. Yeah, and I'd already worked out that this is one row, and I think, yeah, I have an input and output. There's even room for a second input here, which I think this does actually do slightly more than one belt's worth. Newman, how you doing? Do you have a video that talks about your ME system works? I have one for the this thing. That one, this thing here is !bot.me. I don't have one for trash and supply trains yet. That's been a long-term work in progress. I think I started that one like the middle of middle of July, I think. The recordings have been sitting there since then. I might redo it now. Hey, Alicia. This one I wanted to redo the circuit, and this one is currently I'm working on redoing the circuits, and this one I want to redo again as well. There's a few things I want to check. Oh, also I figured out what was going on with the requests in the book that I made. So I had this thing here. This is the thing I've mentioned before. So most of the combinator signals are missing. There you go. That's the thing. For whatever reason, it didn't copy the constant combinator signals correctly. So this is what it should have looked like. That's what it should have looked like. And that's what you got. I don't even know how that happened. Just completely wrong. And like I took it from the same book too. That's what it should have been, and that's what it was. You can even tell, like there's just random stuff missing. So there you go. Which means I need to change that, so it actually works again. So that's the thing. It's a constant battle with combinators, having them not blueprint properly. Hey Seamus, how you doing? Another thing that I've sneakily been doing in the background... Why are you there? Oh, train stop turned off on you, I think. Yeah, this thing, I followed through on my thread as well, and this thing is wired up now. It's a watcha. I've also been slowly isolating each of these little robo networks in between each session. I've slowly been creeping it down and down and down. I think I'm down to here now. Each network has 300 bots in it and 5 construction bots. Has a little output bridge and a fuel input. I don't remember if I built those on stream or not. I think I did the first few, and then I've been sneakily doing it in the background for like the last week as the place expands. You're awake, hopefully fixing that grave error shortly. Bit of an issue, isn't it? Don't want to be awake all night. Right up there. Meow. Is that music you hear? Yeah. It's a bit, oh, it's a bit low now. It's always been there. So yeah, there's, trains are somewhat finding their way down to the bottom with the help of turning the stops off with the balancing. Problem with turning the stops off is the trains, yeah, balancing only works to a point. Once you add, like I've got, what, 11 stops now? 10 stops, 11 stops, I think, connected. And that's really getting above what it can handle. Because the numbers start getting big. They're, yeah, 1.7 million total. 9 stop across 9 stops. It starts to get wonky. The auto balancing only works, you know, up to about 6. What's the music? Oh, it just went away. It's Chill Station on Pretzel. If you scroll up, you should see it. Yeah, it just changed to that. So it's whatever the previous pretzel message was. So, I think... Oh yeah, let me bring up some numbers with rocket fuel as well. Yeah, I think finally opened. So, so rocket fuel has a full beacon, has a machine craft speed of 8, craft time of 30 for rocket fuel. Yeah, the bot's calling out what the playlist changes to. If you, I don't have premium pretzel, so it's so the free pretzel, the pretzel bot announces the track, and I think it's supposed to throw ads in things as well. And then if you do premium, you can turn it off if you actually pay for it. I wonder if it would work to have a multi-level stacker. The first level cuts into two lanes, averaging at each level. Probably would help a little bit more. Because yeah, after about 6 stops, the whole averaging thing starts to break down. A Schmidt trigger helps with it too. That way it just holds stops off. And also turning the stop off when the train arrives too. Which I haven't done, which it needs. Anyway, so craft speed of 8 for full beacon. Rocket fuel 30 seconds. Productivity 1.4. Total machines 288. And I divide that by 16, so I need 18 banks of 16. 16 banks of 18, and that what I had already in the game was is 1 row of 18. So I need 16 more of them. Now, compare that to 88 beacon, where it's only 5.5. You now need 416 assembly machines. Which is... I had that on 8. Which is 26 by 16. Geesh. Throwing down that follow. Geesh. Yeah, so you go from 288, nearly 300, to over 400. It's quite a jump in machines. And this is to do 6,400, and we need about 6,100. I just rounded up to the nearest 16. I think the next 16 down is just under. Yeah, it's like it's like 6172 or something. It's just not quite enough. And it's good to have a bit of overpressure as well. So yeah, that's where it's at. I need 240 machines also making solid fuel at 88 beacon. What is it for full beacon? 6.55. About 42,000. So a little bit less than that. Even less again. Right, what are we at for 16s? 43? 17... No. Oops. Yeah, that's about where it should be. Yeah, about 166 instead of, what was it, 200 something? Already forgotten. Yeah, so about 176 machines at full beacon. 240. .55. There you go. Full beacon certainly is certainly compelling at this level. Let's get rid of you and you. Probably get rid of you. Well, I might stamp it like over here. So I need 16 of these. Yeah, what? Bots, seeing as though you really, really want to be useful, I might as well let you do it. Oh, also you've lost some bots along the way. It's probably not helping its cause. Hang on to them. Right, let's deal with that construction bot situation, and then I'll paste it down. Because it's so far, this thing's so far away now, it kind of benefits from from being a little bit Seven. More. There we go. Yeah, because the bot travel is so far, benefit from having just a few more. Did the fluid updates that dominate these builds in terms of UPS? From what I've tested in the past, yes. It's more about the fluids, and as I say, also playing around with the steel build has also shown that long craft times seem to go in favor of the Hey, Spellmaster. Long craft times seem to favor full beacon builds. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. I would like to test it still at some point, but I'm pretty sure the full beacon will win quite easily. Okay, so in terms of rocket fuel, that's what's needed. $288. Is that right? Yeah, 288. So it's 288 machines, 2 banks of 16, so I can load 2... is 2 banks of 16? One lot of 6... Yes, it's 18 by 16, so not 2 banks of 16, 2 banks of 8, I mean. It's quite a lot of rocket fuel. Yeah, it's... Rocket fuel is not small, unfortunately. So I'm going to save that. Pop that in there. I haven't uploaded the blueprint yet. I mean, I'm sorry, I haven't gotten around to it yet. I want to try and get more of the blueprints cleaned up into a final form, though. And that's where the bottleneck is. It's not so much me putting them in the blueprint, it's me actually cleaning them up. That's the problem. Now, the oil supply gonna be much the same as this. I could probably get rid of that lubricant. Gonna be like that. Or maybe I should look at what's the... Yeah, it's what the solid fuel's gonna do. It's not gonna do that so much. And I wonder how tight I can make this thing. So probably couple solid fuel directly into them. I don't know, UPS check on the refinery setup? I not really know. I haven't compared it against anything. I've only gone by what I know was to be best from previous experiments. I haven't done any proper comparison on it. Although, having said that, this one has been a reliable system that I've been using for a very long time. When I came up with the original full beacon one, oh, that would have been way back when I first started. I wonder if there's even a VOD of it. There might not be. The problem is I did it so long ago, I don't really remember it now. The thinking is something like that. Oh, it has to be a multiple of 3. Hmm. I mean, that's the same spacing. Have like an output there. Oh, park it right out the way. I might even have a secondary output like that. Hard part, the thing I don't like is that. Not a fan of that. Darius, how you doing? I don't like that. Britaries? Never actually really tried to pronounce it properly. I never try to pronounce anyone's handle properly. Trying to plug it in like that. I'm also pretty sure it's... yeah, basically, the best way to get the most out of machines, you cover them in beacons. You don't actually have to, but if you want the game to run at a reasonable frame rate, you do paint them in beacons. As you go bigger and bigger, you'll eventually succumb to it. Just add more and more beacons. Yeah. The end game is to put the level 3 productivity modules in everything you can cram them in. If it takes a productivity module, cram it in there. That one's probably the most important thing, because it saves on so many resources. JK, good morning. Nice to see me live. Ah, very cool. Glad you've been watching the VODs. Glad you've been enjoying them. VODs are going to be... Yesterday's VODs are going to be delayed on YouTube because the uploader was broken yesterday. I don't know if anyone... If anyone saw me complaining last night about it. That was really annoying. Because the last thing I do every night is start the upload. Yeah, you still need to speed it up again with... You still need to speed it up again because the loss of speed the productivity has. Remember the Facebook page when someone was like, why prod mods, they slow down machines? Got flamed in the comments. You can't use productivity in beacons. Beacons only take speed and efficiency, and efficiency is a net loss. So basically, beacons only take speed. Apparently, beacons used to take productivity modules. Problem is, you could do some really wonky things with it. I think a really ancient versions could do it, but you could get over 100% efficiency, which means you could do really wonky things. Can sound power and pollution. I think there is a net loss in pollution, but there's not a net efficiency module in a beacon. I'd have to do... It's hard to show it directly, but efficiency module in a beacon actually costs more power. Because the saving in the machine doesn't offset the energy the beacon takes itself. Because each beacon uses 480. And so there's a net increase in power, which means there's a net increase in pollution, because you need to pollute more to make that power to offset the beacon. And if it's a solar field, you need a bigger solar field, which means you need a bigger map, which means you need to explore more. You need to push out the size of the map and all that. The size of the map does affect game performance. Going bigger, having a massive map is slows everything down. Wouldn't want to put in beacons. This is about speed output. Yeah, that's the steel smelter. I've got one row at least. I think I need to restamp it though. Yeah, I do. I'm hoping that's right. You can actually see the deconstruct orders timed out, and that's why there's big holes missing in the build. I don't even know how I'm going to do the center of that. I might have to break it up. Oh yeah, beacons in... What would happen is, instead of... If you could put productivity in beacons, what you would do is you'd surround a machine in productivity beacons and then just put speed modules to speed it back up again. But the thing would just be so broken, you'd just get stuff for free. Yeah, like a rocket solar, you would actually get a free rocket. Because you'd be over 100% productivity. It'd probably be to the point where... it used to be a thing, actually. So there used to be a trick with... There was... I think I don't know if it's still possible. There's Bob's mods. What you could do is fill a barrel and then empty a barrel. And because Bob has like a massive 10-foot hard-on for productivity modules and beaconing and all that, what you'd do is you'd you would productivity the barreling and unbarreling, and you'd basically have an infinite fluid generator plus barrel generator, I think as well. No, it didn't generate barrel. It just generated fluids. But yeah, you just have two machines, one barrel, the other unbarrel. In fact, I can show you with the assembly machine. You do this, put the pipe in between, one barrel, one unbarrel. Just go like that. Well, maybe not exactly like that. Pretend they're long inserters, and then yeah, you just generate infinite oil out of that, infinite any liquid. Just by combining those two. And it'll just cycle indefinitely. Why are you full? Oh, you're full. No, you're not full of gears. I don't understand how this... You do have uranium, though. Oop, that made it happy again. One speed in every 3 beacons? Probably something like that. Well, you're not allowed... I mean, there's only... you're not really allowed to do it anyway, so... I haven't really put that much thought into it. Did I make the military build? I haven't done any... I've only done the first 2 sciences so far. I need to... Alright, let's... Stop getting distracted. I mean, that's our... We know what we want for rocket fuel. But we'll come back to that. Fresh breath, Arthur Wills, good old Maxichism. Have you seen what everything that's going on in this base? Explosive base? The dedicated military build that I wanted to do, probably up there. There's another build that I wanted to do. I was thinking about doing a landfill concrete build. I might put that down there. I mean, I've got a base, what is essentially a landfill site here now. Oh yeah, he's done another 1% base, hasn't he? Or 0.001% base, hasn't he? I mean, you say Will's masochism base, and then like you see the size of this steel smelter. There's the copper smelter, the transcontinental copper smelter. And this base doesn't even have a science build yet, and it's already using like 8 gigawatts. Like this is the labs here, and I've done a few test builds, and that's it. Dear. No, need a train. Trains, landfill train can't move like that. It's a bit of a struggle. It's on the struggle bus, isn't it? I'm sure. If we will it hard enough, we'll persuade it to move. Okay. You know, because it's been so long since we last looked at labs, I can't actually remember how many labs I need now. How many of those lab stamps? So, in this book is a sandwich for labs. And what we determined that this was the best way to do labs. And so, the end result was going to be to have labs over here somewhere. Just stack everything vertically down, and that would be the science base. I sort of aimed for it here, but I'm willing to push it further over just to get it away from everything else, just give it space. Because I was thinking that I could landfill in all that, worst case scenario. Yeah, just believe. Believe and you will see. Thinking on waste DME and the fundamental problem if you want a quick response for requests, you must accept more waste, cut down on waste, you must slow down its ability to craft things. Yeah, there's a complex control problem that needs to be solved to really make it much more efficient than what it is. The ME is really, in terms of circuitry, minimum viable product. Yeah, like right there. There. Right about here somewhere. I would like to do some nice decorations on this place eventually. That's why I'm thinking a concrete and landfill build would be nice. Also stupid cliffs. Yeah, just do full concrete decoration on... Maybe even we'll pull in some of the coloured concrete too. Oh, gone. Do lamps produce pollution? That's a good question. I can never remember. I mean, they consume electricity. No, they don't. Huh. Something I always forget. I have more... I mean, I have regular rockets. I could throw conventional rockets at the cliffs. I see about that can't clear cliffs too. Won't even let me fire at it. I can fire at the trees. Speaking of firing at trees... Fire at the trees. Remember version 13 which introduced the fire mechanics for flamethrower? The way I figured it was you would need some kind of control system to manage the number of requests versus the number of crafters. And so you would need to enable crafters depending on number of requests. I suppose it could be done with what's already there. The problem is you need to tell the... To have it do it automatically depending on how many of one crafter there is, you would need to somehow tell the system how many of each crafter there is. Enjoy napalm. I did like napalm artillery. Atomic artillery wasn't as good. Wasn't as enjoyable as napalm. Oh, actually, they both have utility. I mean, the important thing is we have room for labs. That's the goal. Yeah. So what is it about there? Oh no, it doesn't have train stops. As I say, unfortunately I don't remember how many of these things I actually need. CPU circuit and an assembler for its instruction set. What it did for 2K? Legitimately. It might have been 4 of them total. It does sound familiar. I mean, I can build 4 of them and see what happens. Now, you actually still... Oh, crap. Okay, so that lab build isn't perfect yet. On the count of it missing the track. Kind of important, isn't it? It's kind of important to have the actual track. Funny how I was saying avoiding bot sandwiches, but the labs end up being bot sandwich. But at the same time, the UPS saving kind of said well, labs are weird. Was the conclusion, and that the UPS saving of doing a lab sandwich far offsets the satisfying the notion of having a blob a not sandwich of words. Look, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. Give me a chance. Add a 2x2 grid to the right spot. Should be able to sync it to the track. I mean, including the track like it's supposed to would also work. Also, the substations are terrible. Question of the day is, where do I park the supply train? Is the job going with COVID? Still in lockdown. I saw Queensland, New South Wales borders opening up though. Not that it helps me. Still only allowed to travel like 5 kilometers here though. Oops. I just sneezed. It's a fiery sneeze, that is. Something Taco Bell. You know what I didn't do? I was pretty close. I was pretty close. Two by one off. Went for a test today, got contracted by the UK's track and trace system. Contacted. Ooh. COVID's no joke. Hopefully it isn't too bad. Just random bots coming out of everywhere. Yeah. I still haven't confirmed whether I had it earlier in the year, but all signs point to me having it earlier, and it wasn't fun. Lost track. A little bit. I'm gonna have to duck down. Hmm. Maybe we'll use our tight 90. Duck down. And then... we'll just do it the crap way. Like that. I'm sure it'll be fine. There. Yep. Happy Country was on... Yeah, New Zealand was onto it pretty quick and managed to isolate... And was able to isolate before any serious problems arose. Like, once you stopped it coming in, it's pretty good from there. Wasn't there a point where it had gone down to basically nothing, and then it was like they let some tourists in? And then basically just ends up back where you started? I was New Zealanders from overseas. Okay. Go to nuclear. Cut that. Pain now is I've got to move all this over to the new site. Hey, it's Elzar. Playing Factorio and your focus was on chat. Yeah. I know how we do it. Transcontinental Bot Network. I made it most of the way. Oh, they gotta bring me more roboports, aren't they? How delightful. A bunch of A. We've all been there, haven't we? There's an added bonus. There might be some Among Us later today. There we go. There we go. This poor boss, they're gonna go across this dead zone and then need a charge. Press M, which means B. Oh yeah, M for map. I've done that to YouTube a lot. Alright, let's get rid of all these. That has cut power to all that. Don't know if I have these saved, so grab the blueprints. Can't active provider, so I'll just passive provider. Sure. Actually, I have a few science packs, so I should probably try and give. We got enough to do like an infinite artillery research. Oh, that's not good. Okay, and been watching KSB video and go on click drag the mouse to move the camera. Those poor bots. Who fix planes? How you doing? How you been? Why are my bots not botting? Oh, there they go. Oh, it's also, while I think of it, it's oh, no battery. That makes sense. Yeah, no battery. Camera's an upside down. Yeah, we got hemispheric compensation on today. Yeet one of them. Screw that rock. Full beacon labs. So much long. Much long. I really have no idea how the science builds are going to look. I mean, technically, I'll start with or maybe just start with the reds and work my way across and see what happens. I'm pretty sure it's just going to get progressively more expansive, though. Like, these two are self-contained. I just need 8 of these and then they're done. And all I need to do is bring in circuits, iron plate and copper plate. That one, I could probably make self-contained. This one only needs engines per build, so it's actually not that bad. These two are where it starts getting interesting, because they need quite a bit of intermediate processing. Same with rocket silo, like I'm going to need mega rocket control unit production and all that. Fine, I'll grab it myself. Be that way. Oh, they are in robot range, no wonder. Annoyingly, I don't have any... Oh, I do have some steel. Having enough steel for one. Aha! Never mind. We hit a jackpot. Bots? No. But I have active provider chests. Hey Kios, how you doing? There we go. That'll keep him busy for a little while. Ah, hmm. What? I think no. Hello, train. Hello, other train. I wasn't quite close enough to jump on the other one. Junking labs. That's just offensive, that is. Kinda need those. I can cram a radar in there. Speaking of radars, luckily I'm not running out of power again right now. There we go. I have coverage on all that. If I really, really was keen, I wouldn't put radars down and save UPS there too. But that's no fun, is it? Oh, well, they're busy. How many? 464, that's probably plenty. Well, they're busy doing that. Let's start thinking about these. Now, do I want these to be end-to-end or roll through? That's the first question. I kind of want to... I left enough room for them to roll through. Row. Row your chain gently through the labs. Something like that. Looks like they're all lining up. Deconstructing radars in your solar... Oh yeah, radars in the solar field is kind of unnecessary. An unnecessary drain. Oh, it's vertically off by a tile, isn't it? That's why. Should be like there. And... Oh. And... Beep. And copy. Copy the entire sand wedge. I want to know where it sits. Not that. I'm gonna need to do something about these, blah, blah, blah. Substations, that's the things. Those thingamajigs. Look, none of them line up. That's terrible. Oh yeah, you have to use them for map view. But yeah, once it's done, you take them down. Alright, just do it manually. Obviously, I'm not capable of doing it with bots. Substation spam is pretty real. Reinsert the red wire combinator when you move the chests? Probably not. I'm gonna redo the whole combinator thing anyway. That looks much better, doesn't it? Hey, really praise the substation there. Spacing. Quite enough. Just cheat and go one further. Yeah. And you're gonna be all in the way, I see how it is. Hmm. If I was smart... If... I would copy and paste all the way through. Rotate the layer build? It was, yes. It's because I put no effort into doing the substations in the first place when I originally made it. Oh, you're off by a tile. I think I checked. I mean, it does somewhat compromise the build. But compromising the build in the name of making some stations line up is... I'm okay with. It's something I'm okay with. There we go. I mean, it would be criminal to leave substations like this. It really would. Oh, I probably should build more... I deleted something important then. It can't have been that important. Yeah, because I pulled up the storage chests but never put them back down again. Right, bots, do your thing. Oh yeah. What I'll do is I'll do this side and then delete everything and start over. I could actually filter decon planted that too. Another thing I could do is park that like there instead. One tile away from there. One, two, one, two. Or even like that. Seems like a more effective use of beacons, really. Oh, effective use of some stations. Beacons. Oh, there's no coverage in there. Never mind. You know what? I already committed to it. So I'm gonna damn well stick to it. Even if it isn't the best. Hopefully I can not over undo. Oh, they're actually already requesting stuff. And in theory they should be in the same position. Alright, there's going to be a lot of tweakage, I think. A lot more tweakage than I first thought. A lot of these inserted setup things are they're actually quite badly placed. The more that I see. So it really does need some tweaking. Like these should really face towards the center. They shouldn't be there. That one can out of the center. I mean, it probably doesn't matter so much in the actual center. Spoodertron does whatever Spooder does. Shoot a rocket, any size, explodes biters, just like flies. Loot out, here comes Spoodertron. That hurts my head. But funny still. Getting there. But I think I'm pretty well covered. Bring that more towards the middle. Right. Other side now. Okay, that one should really be that way. Boop boop. So how's the gun slippery? Slippery nipple. I can't press buttons. I don't know if you can tell. I can't press buttons apparently. Damn it. Control V, not Control B. There we go. And you're all missing stuff too. Oops. Missing stuff too. How many factories have we balled? Not particularly. Radar? That's an artillery gun. That's a radar. That's our new and improved lab build. Without wire connected. Now with wire connected. Okay, That's going to need more circuitry than what's there. They're a bit crap, but I'll throw them in there. Oh, there that blueprint is. I mean, I was looking for that earlier. That's the nuclear one. Oh, I don't need it now. There's a radar now in the way. I didn't move anything in the end, so the radar shouldn't have been in the way. That's odd. Unless I fundamentally did something wrong then. Did I have it off by a tile? Oh, did I not move that one? I thought I did. I thought I restamped that one. Hmm. There we go. Almost perfection. Almost. Eight hours later. Of course. Oh look, the wires are going up nicely. I'm happy with that, at least. I mean, that's all that matters really, isn't it? That the substation wires are nice and gritty. Don't care about anything else. Don't care about the 8,000 signs a minute when you got to worry about getting the... You just got to get the... Oh, I actually was requesting those. Got to get, like, all that matters is get the wires right. Right, then you just got to slowly pack all that up. Those bots are going to take forever. At some point I need to craft the labs for this too. But let's make a special... build in the ME to deal with it. Pretty wires or rage. I could probably put silos over there or something. Push it right out of the way. It's kind of annoying because then I've got to try and figure out how to make them work. Oh, that might be the answer. So trains come in, out, around. It doesn't matter if they intersect this. What am I wiring on the labs for? Oh, it's just the electric, the power wiring is all perfectly gridded. That was all I was trying to do. Such an oddly specific thing to do, but very important. For no reason other than the autism. Extra special lab build. The reason why I call it special. Where's the blueprint? 126. Okay. Oh, you made 8. And you ran out of them. It's gonna make me do the whole thing manually. Also, I need 400. They stack in 10, don't they? So I think that's a full chest of those will cover everything that's ever needed ever. There. How's this patch doing? It's getting a little thin up there. It's all turning into landfill. Yeah, stacking 10. So that's 100, 200, 300, 400. There. Why are you not just adding one lab assembler? Mainly because it's a one-off. Once I've done with labs, it's done forever. That's the main reason why I never put them in the ME in the first place, is that it's just a one-off. Labs are weird too. They do tend to overproduce a lot. Also, just speed boost it. That'll keep its provide its input inserter busy. Labs 34 labs fully saturated. I have no idea how much SPM it is, but it's the first time you managed to get this. With productivity, very important your productivity labs. If the science is running, you can just tell from P and then go Control F, science packs, and then you can see. Psi, it'll do. That'll give you an idea. If they're running, of course. No modules at all? Okay, still early days. 400? I'm not sure. It also depends on, depends where you are in the game. Like, there's also the lab speed bonus, this thing, which gives you research speed. Because if it's early in the game, the labs won't have this bonus, whereas end game you'd have this up at 250. All the non-infiat? Okay. What does the cheat sheet say? The cheat sheet, I think, should have that. I'm up to nearly 200. I like how I'm just standing here watching the labs get crafted. Ah, they didn't pick it all up, damn it. Yeah, put prod mods in there. So prod mods mean you get 20%, with level 3s, you get 20% free science. It's actually really powerful. Even with the slowdown. Even, it means that you're getting all of the 20% of all of these for free. And if, in the case of production science pack, that's significant. Because it makes 3 of them from 3 ingredients, which none of which can be productivity. Very powerful. I think labs is actually top of the productivity chain. Yeah, even with the slowdown, it's still really powerful. It's just it's yeah, 20% free science. Worst case scenario, just add more labs to compensate. Oh yeah, I copied that's why they're doing that. Oh yeah, even prod ones. I think all 3 of them had the same speed drop. Yeah, 15, 15, 15. Whereas it's 4, 6, and then 10. That's the other thing too, is productivity 2s don't really add much. It's an extra 2%. So you might as well so it's better to go from 1s to 3s. That's just another little side note. It's also heresy not to have the silo running. It's heresy to have the silo running without prod 3s. Thou shall prod 3, the silo. Oops. Kind of curious to see how many more I need on top of that for labs. Those are only good. You don't even use them for power. You use speed and efficiency. Yeah. You don't actually use prod 2s for anything. They're just a stepping stone for prod 3s. Look how close I was. Yeah, if you don't have it, but the payoff for prod 3s on the silo and labs is so massive. No, you gotta save on that pollution that the silo produces. I mean, ignoring the fact that the effect of the efficiency modules bottoms out after two efficiency 3s. High-end beacons. It's usually the control modules that kills silos production. The rocket control module's so slow. They're 30, oh, and I guess to a lesser extent rocket fuel, but rocket fuel isn't as hard to make. Actually, a little light on bots, weren't you? There we go, an explosion of labs and modules. Run through all your science labs. It's all the copper that should be going to greens. Okay, so I have 4 labs. Now, how do I tell? Here's the problem. How do I tell each train to go to each one? Beacon glows red with no modules, blue with speed, and green with efficiency. Cyan with both. I never actually noticed that. Oh, there you go. Glows red. I would assume it does the green with efficiency. Only like 70 labs apparently. I guess I was more than a little bit off. Disco lights. Makes labs glow multicolored depending on which science is using. It's a good mod, that one. I like how I'm just stalling on science right now. Right, so if I have 4 stops all named the same, how do I tell it which science it needs? Unless I have 4 trains, each devoted to each task. Which might end up happening, mind you. Like that. Unless I use like TSM, maybe. I don't know if TSM will do it though. It's the only way I can think of to do it. And then have 4 trains for each. Chunky. But like you would the ME trash train? True. True. Hey, I think a humanoid. You finished blue circuits? I have, yeah. Right, calm down. Calm down. Calm down, assembly machine. Jeez. Got enough labs now. So yeah, after the end of yesterday, I cleaned up the rest of it, so it's all ready to go now. So I added this track in, and whatever I can do with the exit for now until this copper goes. So that's all good. Limit number of scientists that can unload in each station. Let the train go to them. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. Bye, train. It's a bit inefficient with materials like that. $100, $200, $300. About that many. Actually need speed modules. It's actually satisfied on beacons and speeds. That's actually pretty impressive. The idea I was having was there'd be one train for each sandwich, and it would call each one in depending on how much is there. And I would also limit the wagons to like 5 minutes worth of production or something. Separate input rails. Alternative, it says the train just pass through each one. I have 4 trains, and each one passes through all 7 builds. You know, it picks up the reds, it picks up the greens, picks up the blues, picks up the militaries, picks up the purple, picks up the yellow, picks up the white, and then goes to drop it off. Alright, bots, have the good stuff. Right, last thing. You could do 1 per wagon, but then the distribution of the labs would be all wonky. Also, it doesn't work with the base design. That was another option, was just go through each one by one. All of them are good, are perfectly reasonable. Incoming. If it was Exterminator, it'd be flattened by now. Oh, right. More speed. I've never been able to come around to the idea of having one reactor and just rely on batteries for powering even more legs. Only crazy people do that. Missing. Just productivity modules and requesters. Okay. Calling for requesters. Not a lot. And after that, filter inserters. Send a 2-7 train, 1 pack. It has to be 8. Everything's divided by 8. That doesn't matter too much. I mean, like, which option, it doesn't really matter. They're all perfectly reasonable. Request. There was a substation missing. Heartwarming Fox, how you doing? Dingo C. Very drunk. Wonder what gave it away. Eiji and Fink, everyone's here. How you doing? How you all doing? Hello, drunk. Yeah, so I could either have these, like... So what I would do is limit it to, like, one row, and then there would just be reds all the way through. Alternatively, have, like, red... 800, 1,000... Here's the thing. That is... Better yet, let's start with how much each wagon holds. So... What I've filtered there is a minute's worth of production across all wagons. A minute. So the train carries... and I think that's pretty close to how many it can carry too. Might need to do something special for the other one. Because this holds 1k. Curious question based on the misconception by popular media. How many people named Bruce do I know? Can't think of anyone off the top of my head. So yeah, so that's 1 minute of production plus 1,000 there. I might read the train and do equivalent. Like not fully fill that. Science packs stream equally? I don't know. Yeah, I think I've only ever known one. I probably don't even need the second unload, mind you. But I'm definitely going to need more than one train. But yeah, that is... Each train is worth a minute of production. That's actually kind of crazy when you think about it. I mean, the trains will also carry... They would carry deadweight military. The thing is, I can see the train's round trip being more than a minute long. I can see it being, 2 or 3 minutes. So we need like 4 trains at the very least. I mean, either way, it's a lot of trains. Oh, yeah, the thing I wanted to work out was, so 40 by 200 was, it's 8,000 per. So if I fully loaded a train, 8 wagons, maximum number of packs, that is 8 minutes of production per train. Military also gets weird. Because kind of keen on the idea of having 7 trains that each carry 1 of each. Instead of like 6, 8 trains that carry a bit of each. Won't be able to fully unload? There's 4 slots there, and there's 48 slots there. And then I just signaled a train to come in using this. So let's paste down the alternative. I can see this being problematic eventually. Over time. I think we'll, I mean overall, we'll get that problem when we get there. It's kind of crazy though when you realise that an 8 wagons full of science packs is only 8 minutes of production. It's ridiculous. Also, where these loader messages coming from? To find the science pack, you're dealing with overtime. So each second you say, a second I'm gonna potentially let a red cycles train in. This second. Or this group of seconds. Oh, there they are. Some idiot left these in. There we go. Each second. I think it's going to need some more thinking. Not that we've spent like an hour and a half thinking about it already or anything. Alright, so labs are down. Either way. So, stuff and things, and junk, and stuff again. Yeah, I want like silos over there, something, 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 all the way back to reds here. The alternative plan... How about Alright, I'll work backwards with what I'm thinking, seeing as though I kind of need to anyway. It's more or less what I came up with Will's builds originally. Well, it was a group effort really. But... Need a better username.
Hi at Mojod, have a 6-month September.
Ooh, with the 4-month sub for the 6-month September. Thank you very much for that. Show some love and hype chat for username throwing down Commotion Socks username throwing down the sub there. The whatever it is. 6-month. With a 4-month streak. Thank you very much for that. Oh, the brain strain's real. And the random finish. Because why not? Names are hard. Names very much are. Too bad that doesn't quite fit. Back spacing for lower horizontal. Oh yeah, I did intend that. I meant to do them a bit tighter. It's going to be a super duper tight stacker. It comes round in, up and around. Something like that. Two hard problems in computer science. Naming things, the halting problem, and the off by one errors. I see what you did there. Yeah, 7. Planning on adjusting that main line near the oil patch? Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to lose that oil patch or not yet. I probably will. So yes, that's what that'll look like. Wonder if I could just stack it vertically, actually. There's a change of heart for you. Also fishies. Very important. Bye-bye. It's like an entire plateau there I just blew up. Like there. This is a little plateau. Or here. There's an entire plateau here. All gone. Kind of ridiculous when you think about it. Just blow up an entire plateau. Spare that pitch of fish. You gotta spare that patch of fish. Very important. I hope I still have that landfill. It does. What plateau? Neil. You. Two, 3, 4. Actually, I could name them all the same. What I'm doing. Theory. In theory. Uh, 22. That should be 28. 28. He's by blowing up a small mountain, pulls a train out of his pocket right after. Oh, well, the ghost of a train. Admittedly. It wasn't an actual train. I mean, I can pull the train out of my pocket. You really, really want me to do that. That is 7. New Harry Potter RPG. Where Harry pulls train out of his pocket. Before casting a spell to catch all the fish in the land. Puts all the wood in. Oh my. That's the other Harry Potter love triangle. Potter and the Pocket Forest. Trash slots are in standard inventory. I mean, when you first unlock it and you don't have construction bots, that's basically why they exist. If you ever played early Minecraft, even the crafting slots, the inventory crafting slots were extended inventory. Until they changed it. That was a sad day. They changed that. It's like you go down in the mine and then your inventory's full, and then you just throw like 4 stacks of cobblestone in the crafting inventory, and then bam, you got 4 more free slots. Roderick Cube? Audit Cube? I don't remember that thing. I legitimately don't remember that one now. Diablo 2 did have some strange stuff going for it though. Like I remember the name. I think the trick for this idea, so the idea is I can have 4 slots that any of the pack trains can line up on here. But I gotta make sure they don't all go to the same one every time. I might need a sequencer for them so they cycle through them. I say might, but I very much will need a sequencer to make sure they actually cycle through them. Early MC, that was alpha. Compare Factorio as Infinity Train types in simulation situation. Yeah, DT had a small stash and that people used the item and oh, that was the thing where you could yeah, combine stuff. Wasn't there a duplication cheat with that? Model one of those train cars. Nice to make a train set. Uh-oh. What? A flashing uranium cell? Oh. Oh. Let's run out of dull rocks. Why are you run out? Eh, it's probably fine. Alright, so that's science trains. Yeah, I'll need a sequencer to make sure... Type? Fighter. Hey, no follow. Tired of being dull. It's because I'm reinserting the shinies that were left over. So there's like I think there's still like 5,000 shinies. And it's not letting these shinies go in. I'm gonna need to change that so this has less of a priority over these shinies. Things like... Well, the thing is actually falling behind now, so I need to deal with that. I mean, I could turn them into bombs. That would work. That is a bit of an issue. Just a little bit rigged. Teeny bit rigged. I wonder where I'll put it so that it... it's because it's backed up on shinies. So it's now relying entirely on recycled fuel cells for dulls. See, these shinies can't get through because this split is giving it priority, which is blocking these. And realistically, I just slurp a few up. Like that. Put those in there. Those in there, and it'll go back to normal. There we go. I feel like this wasn't very well thought out. I did this as a splitter thing because I'm not too worried about it. There we go. Yeah, these really shouldn't be here. In fact, put them there. That should also be doing that. The reasons. Can't see it now. I saw a dull went on the wrong side. Get rid of them. Park it there. Then it should at least... yeah, this one's shinies will go in under there. So it'll still keep injecting. Yeah, that'll deal with it. I mean, I could just make some atomic bombs out of it. That would work too. Oh right, you're reverse direction. Trains are kissing. They're real right up in each other's grill, aren't they? Never mind, let's do that. And for reasons. Oh, I've got a bit of a chest explosion here. There we go. How cute. Yeah, that should be a little bit nicer. I mean, as I say, like, it's split a bit, eh. It's not the end of the world. Suppose I could do that. Go full of Roomba. There we go. Fixed until the next time it throws a hissy fit. Also, the construction in that time, the construction in Robot Range is done. Filter decon planner? Yeah. It was small enough that I could just do the slurp, the ground slurp. I think the next step is to landfill all that in. Dare I summon the spiders? I could it's probably a dumb idea. Yeah, it was enough that it was quicker just to quickly slurp it up than it was to go through the hassle of setting up a filter. Aliens never attack? They're far enough away that they don't attack currently. It's more that they don't attack me, I attack them. In most cases. I'm all about the preemptive strikes. Also fish. Fish very important. Like if you crash landed on this alien world to have a fishing holiday. Like that was the reason why you crash landed here. Or it was the reason why you came to the planet was to go on a fishing holiday, and then you crash landed. Tighter menu, cleaning up stuff, cancer crafting queue in the middle of... Oh. It's probably lucky these days that chest explosions don't land on belts anymore. Tesla announced target production rate of 30 million cars by the end of 30 million! Is that their yearly rate? Yes, cars a year. 30 million cars a year. That's a lot of cars. Like, that's a lot. It's a plot for Subnautica. Get stuck on water. Yeah, because it doesn't have any pathfinding. Or at least what it has is not very good. It's just simple point-to-point stuff. What throughput do they have? I don't know about total stats, but certainly individual models is nowhere near that. It is I mean, it's definitely a lot when considering the Factorio only makes. Yeah, China's total production for 2019 was only 25 million. That's all of China, all car makers in China. Like, and from what I recall of car makers here, they would be doing, tens of cars a day. So to do millions, 30 million is a lot of cars. The thing is, though, that they can't sustain that because like cars aren't like a consumable product. You make one, and it's gonna hang around for a while. Although I think that's kind of Tesla's angle, is they're trying to do car as a service. They want cars as a service. Go the upper route, upgrade every year. So they will deliver a common chassis. German makers are going this way too. You have a common chassis, and then you buy the features that you want. You upgrade the features. Your software. You buy a software unlock for the features you want. Yeah, so that was what I was starting. That was the train of thought I was starting to think of. To do 30 million means you have to replace basically every car, every current combustion car, or currently in use car at that time. The problem is, even if you do achieve that, at some point it's going to taper off again. So it's like a one and done production thing. Very ambitious. It's also hilarious that I kept all these at the same height, even though these are different. So Tesla's will have they must have a very specific plan that they're going to work through to pull that off. Alright, yeah, so I'll name those the same. And yeah, each one of the, hang on, let's do the names now. Jet industry afterwards, interesting. Yeah, so this would be each science pack, really. Like that. And then something like hold. Just pasting that right through to get the names. Chemical? Military? Also wants to produce 20,000 gigawatts of batteries. They've been pushing that's a market that I think long term I suspect that's the market they're going to shift into, is they're going to make the cars and then switch over to like batteries or primary supply. It's been talked about before years ago, where I think there was even some early investors said that they should pull out of the auto industry entirely, which arguably naively at the time that sounded stupid, but you see it now, it's actually a good idea for them to do, because they're a terrible automaker. You want Cybertruck? Cybertruck. It's an interesting idea, but it's a terrible car. Nevada plant produces 150 gigawatts. Yeah, 20,000 gigawatts is a lot. Production. Got it in the end. No, lucky last is space. Get it. That's years ago, they're going to build 4 mega battery factories around the world to achieve it. Continent. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. It's actually almost coffee time, I think. They demonstrated load balancing gizmo based on their batteries recently. Kind of want to get rid of the words. Hold. Yeah, it's a bit nicer. Yeah, nee. There we go. It's the wrong way round, that's the problem. The plane Model S went up. Pre-order today for 135,000. Less than 2 seconds and set 90-second lap time at Guinness Seca. That is almost unreasonably fast for a road car. Although it's kind of their angle that they've been trying to wield for the longest time. And it's kind of their shtick is to have such ridiculous stats, because that's the only way you can really sell it. If it's just a car that isn't in any way remarkable, no one to buy it. There we go. No. Oh, station names. Or stop names, whatever is your poison. There we go. Nice and colourful now. Remake? Oh, just entities. Even though pasting trains is a real pain in the butt now. See, it always just does that. Even though it's like on there, you gotta sort of have the cursor on the track as well. It's just gotta be in just the right pixel. Nope, nope. Come on. We believe in you. You have the power. You have the power to pay. Oh, fine, you don't. You suck. Generally, I find you need to paste it down with track before it'll actually paste. What are we working on again? We're working on labs, and we're going to work backwards from there. Right, so that's our unload. It used to be fine, but ever since version 18, it's had problems. The train blueprint. There we go. This week's base launches have finally been announced. It's busy week. Ooh, nice. Another busy week. Move the mouse perpendicular to tracks until it decides to paste. Yeah, sometimes it is, but it's easier just to paste track. It's fixed for 1.1? Of course it is. That doesn't surprise me. Alright, so yeah, labs done, more or less. Well, apart from an exit lane. Like that. I might push a... yeah, I might push it out further. Exit lanes aren't important, ask Will. Yeah, Will has a long history with exit lanes. I can confirm. Realistically, it doesn't need double track this thing. If it does, we can always add it later. Surprised he still has insurance. It's amazing, isn't it? When you think about it. Oh, look out, we're going off grid. There's definitely some dodgy dealing, isn't there? Definitely something sus. Get away to keep insurance despite crashing at every available opportunity. Also, yeah, like shell range. That'd be nice too. Oh, yeah, you've been started. I wonder if this will actually work. Not bad. I mean, it's only going at 1,000 a minute. It's gonna die from there. Build it because we can. Everyone except for Hammond. Look at the staircase effect on it from the 1.7k, just from loose science. Not bad. Alright, I think it's a good time to pause there.